Hi, my dear loving friends. It's me, Gracious John. Would like to present a new topic, that is the psychological facts behind the possessiveness in a relationship. Initially, possessiveness is interpreted as a deep sense of love, but when it becomes persistent, it can bring a lot of negative traits. It can destroy the life of a person, and it can destroy the life and the valuable possession of a family. If I explain about possessiveness in a sentence, then I can say it is an act of grabbing the total attention, love, care, and support of a person to another person. One day, one of my friends called me and shares about his new relationship. He says to me, Gracious, my girlfriend is very possessive in terms of sharing her love and care towards me. He says wherever he goes, she calls him and inquire about him, where he is, with whom he is spending the time. He is very happy about it. He says she never ever allows him to be with someone. Always she wants him to be with her. So he says to me, Gracious, I am very grateful to the God, and I have to be very faithful to her before the marriage. The same friend called me again after his marriage. He's saying to me, Gracious, I'm facing a lot of problem. My wife is not trusting me. She's having a lot of doubts on me. When I'm in the office, she calls me and inquires always where I am and what I'm doing in the office. If I'm little late to my house, she gets a lot of angry. She shouts at me. She takes my mobile and checks to whom I am speaking every day. She enters into my car and checks whether who accompanies with me. If she finds a long hair or any different perfume, she says that I'm having a relationship with someone else. It brings me a lot of pain. She gives me a lot of torture. Because of this, I'm feeling I may lose my career and my life. So, I decided that I want to give up that relationship. The same person who has complimented the possessive character of his wife as a profound love before the marriage. But after the marriage, he feels it's nonsense and it is a great torture in his life. Psychologically, when we look into it, says possessiveness is not the real sense of love. It is the borderline personality disorder. Who has possessed this? They feel the insecurity, fear, doubts, and fear of losing someone. The similar experience they might have experienced into their past life that might have brought the bitterness into their life. Now, you may ask me a question that do the parents are too possessive towards their children? Mostly I will say yes. Not only they are possessive, but also they are very protective. If you ask me, is it necessary? I will say yes, it is very much important till the marriage. After the marriage, if the parents shows the same possessiveness towards their children, then that may bring the chaos and the broken family. That is what we are facing in our society. Because parents should learn to respect their own children in terms of their own individuality. They can take their own decision. They are responsible in their own life. If they fail to do that, then that brings mother-in-law problem, father-in-law and daughter-in-law problems. Ladies and gentlemen, adding to this, I would like to share a real incident which had happened a couple of months back. Even you might have been read and seen in the social media. Shakir, who was very studious and studying engineering in a reputed college, he had a friend. Her name is Sushmita. She likes him because of his innocent and helping nature. He also very fond of her. Always he spends his free time with her. He never allows anyone to be with her except him. He takes care. He shares his family matter, his personal issues, good, bad and everything. He feels that only she can comfort and console him as his mother. But even Sushmita understood he is very, very possessive on her. She thought the class is going to get over within 2 years. Thereafter he may forget her. The same thought even it was running in Shakir's mind. Shakir thought after 2 years she may go to her house and find someone to get married. By the time he cannot be with her, she may leave his friendship. So he thought to marry her. Even he shown her interest towards her, but it was very difficult for Sushmita. She could not imagine him as her life partner. She said to him, Shakir, I cannot accept you as my life partner. You are my best friend. I cannot think about that. Even my parents, because of my creed, caste and religion, even they will not allow you to get married. So, Shakir is offended and his ego was hurt. So he decided to kill her due to fear of losing her in his life, because he had lost his mother, whom he heard loved the most in this world. Even Sushmita started to reject his calls, reject his presence wherever he's supposed to meet him. So, one fine morning, Shakir found her and poured the acid on her face. Her face was disfigured and died in the spot. Even Shakir committed suicide by believing that they both will live in the heaven forever. Likewise, in our society there are so many violence, murders, suicide, physical abusement, mental harassment and sexual abuse due to this possessiveness. Most of the time we are unaware of it. This is the responsibility of the teachers, parents and the friends. If you come across such a kind of people, this is your responsibility to counsel and help them to overcome from this problematic situation. And don't forget, try to remember, just I have mentioned above, that possessiveness is not the real sense of love. This is the borderline personality disorder, which gives insecurity, fear, doubts, and the fear of losing someone whom you trust and love the most. And now, let's see how to overcome from this possessiveness. Remember, It is not easy always to overcome from possessiveness. You have to find out the root cause of your insecurity, fear, and doubts. Psychotic disorder could be another reason for being too possessive. I could see some of the parents always give positive approach or teach the positive approach to their children with the positive words of never give up and do or die. The children don't know what is right and wrong, but they apply these strategies like do or die and never give up in all their upcoming activities. Even that also one of the reasons that they never give up and they always try to possess whatever they try for it. Dear friends, if you find someone, teach them the trust, because the trust has the magical power to help them to come back from possessiveness. Also, if you find someone from the beginning itself, try to avoid, otherwise it will lead you into a mistress. Since it is a behavioral personality disorder, you have to see the professional counselors or psychiatrists to meet or face the therapeutic intervention to overcome from the possessiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please subscribe, share, and like. Also, don't forget to comment. Hopefully, I will meet you November 6th, Friday at 6 p.m. Until then, stay tuned and be safe. It's me, your gracious John.